Hello and welcome to KezBookReviews. How are you all? Beautiful morning here. I think the weather has gone and we are right back to finish off this book here. This is The Gift of Stories, a wise tale about what is enough. And thank you for the comments on LinkedIn. It's good to know that you are enjoying hearing someone read a story, not just talk about a book review, because it is important that now and again we read our stories to you. So I'll just crack on with this. Now, we finished yesterday with where the two young people had given each other gifts, and they found that they had given the most golden of all things possible. They had given their true love to each other, and their truest love to one another was they had enough. So as we carry on with In the Hut, and the old man has told us a story, it says, the old man, who was hardly more than a heap of bones, ended his story. There in the hut, his words made the loneliness and fear for each of them less lonely, less fearsome, not because reason to fear was lifted magically from them, for it was not, but because they were provided with strength. There they sat, the old man and the very old woman, on that evening of the holiday time. He revealed to her that it was near the time of Chinooka, the time of year he and his loved ones normally gave gelt, small gifts of coins, and she told him it was somewhere near Christmas, a time of the year when her people also exchanged gifts. And they smiled sadly, for both their traditions required gifts, and that they were absolutely nothing. They had nothing to give themselves or anyone else. They sat in silence until suddenly these words leapt out of the old woman's heart. I know. I will give you the gift of the sky above us. And she could see that something swept through the heart, for he closed his eyes for a long moment, inhaled deeply, and then opened his eyes again and looked directly at her. He replied, I am honoured to receive your gift to me. And the old woman expected him to say no more. Then all of a sudden he spoke again. And I will give you in return the gift of the stars overhead. Oh, I am also honoured, she said, and they sat on a mutual heartache, a deepening joy and contemplation. Words rushed again into her mouth from where she did not know, and she said, and I return the favour to you, for I will give you the gift of the moon from this very night. He remained very silent. He was searching the sky for something else to give her, but there was nothing left, for they had given themselves everything between them and the night sky. And so they sat in utter silence. And at last the words came to him. I see it now. I will return your kindness by giving you the story I have just told you. Keep it safe. Carry it with you in these woods with great health. And they nodded, for they knew that a strong story, perhaps more than anything else, could light the dark fields and forests that lay ahead of both of them. In that hut, on that night, in that wood, they dared to recall their past, the times of laughter, the times of candlelight, steaming hot food, friendly faces, arms about shoulders, the music of the fiddlers, the dancing and the rosy-faced children. They drew on the warmth of gifts given, certain times at certain times, certain things at certain times. And perhaps forever there was reason to believe in the ultimate goodness of humans. Perhaps it was the apron she gave to him to cover his poor head. For like the young woman in his tale, the older woman had hair more than the old man. Or perhaps it was because the stars and the moon had become their great timepieces. Whatever the reasons, and maybe for 1,000 more that they could not see and that you and I cannot see, nor any of us will ever completely understand, they knew they had enough. So that's the end of the story, folks. I do hope you enjoyed it. From that little book there, I had 5 stories, 5 chapters of one story to read to you. And I will talk to you next week with a book review from 2 magazines that have been sending you books to me to be reviewed. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. That's it from me. Bye.